Buddy, and welcome to Talk Chain, the podcast where we get into all things crypto. My name is Matt, Rob's above us,
Hi guys.
and today we're going to talk about Bank of America being threatened by cryptocurrencies. Nice article by CoinDesk that came out to describe what Bank of America is sort of thinking. We're also going to talk about a potential partnership between Nano and Twitch that we've been reading about, and whether or not it's a legitimate partnership or just some sort of third-party app. So let's get into it. Market cap today, 430 billion. Red pretty much across the board, but nothing substantial. If I look at the Bitcoin chart real quick, I'm only going to go quick because I know Rob hates it, but we've almost pretty much broken down this bullish trend line that I had going on yesterday, and I mentioned that there'd be some consolidation in the next few days. So I don't necessarily think that this bearish trend is going to continue. Gonna wait to see where the candle closes today, but in the next few days we're definitely gonna see whether or not we're gonna switch from slightly bearish to slightly bullish, and we'll go from there. So
Yeah, I think it's tough for people to expect it to go from 6,000 to like 11,000 and then kind of maintain either at that level or keep going up. So standard correction, I think.
yeah, and I went into some depth yesterday about higher highs and lower lows when you're looking at doing any sort of technical analysis. So we're kind of in an unknown area right now where this could find support and then continue to make higher highs and be bullish, or the opposite could happen and we make lower lows and continue bearish. So a little bit of uncertainty, I'd say, and we'll keep an eye on it and hope for the best. So Bank of America didn't really announce, they released an earnings statement or some sort of financial document that outlined their business plan and what they think of risks that are to their business and things like that. And they brought up cryptocurrencies, which I think is a new thing. So just them bringing up crypto in general, I think is interesting. The things that they seem to be worried about is the know your customer type things, which I'm not entirely sure what they mean by that, or if it's just an excuse for them to stop people from using their bank to acquire cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't get the know your customer verification down, then they're just going to say, well, look, if you're going to use our Bank of America service, you can't actually do anything crypto related because there's no know your customer thing, no know your customer support for that. So it's not clear to me whether or not that's the thing. And they also bring up how using crypto is going to supersede things like sanctions or foreign corruption laws, which it's possible, it's true, but I don't know if they're sort of justifying them not going forward with crypto for these reasons.
Yeah, I think that they're going to be looking for some excuses. I think you'll see some more as time goes on. There's going to be some pushback. Like, I think that they've known all along that there is a minor threat, and as crypto has gained some steam in like the media and is doing well, the markets are doing well. This is really the first time that they've actually admitted in public that it's something that could threaten their business, which is good for crypto overall. But I think you'll start to see again just stronger pushback on people being able to access it through their bank.
Yeah, and I'm almost convinced that that's what the direction is from these statements, but it's definitely something that is inevitable. So these know your customer regulations that exist, they exist for a reason, and the government's very careful in making sure that money that passes through hands aren't used for terrorism or drug trading and things like that. So crypto is going to have to catch up to this, especially when it comes to coins that are privacy coins. So I'm a little bit weary about the privacy coins compared to any other coin, because the government's not going to allow money to transfer hands without there being any sort of identity. So we've talked before about how I have Nano on the mind, how Neo
Right.
is being very careful to ensure that a digital identity is is maintained when it comes to doing any sort of things on their platform. Ether
Right.
doesn't really have that right now, but we did talk about, what was it, a week ago, Rob, about that one coin that is going to force people. It's a platform. God, I wish I remembered the name of that coin. You got to go back, but it's for digital identity basically, and corporations can issue tokens, but it's all through the platform that forces people to register with
Oh,
them. And
polymath? Is that what we're talking
yes,
about?
polymath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby coming in strong. Thank
Yeah.
God. So if polymath can become a successful platform, then the know your customer thing regulation that Ether currently doesn't support will no longer be an issue. So
Yeah. Well, that's what the securities tokens are for.
yeah.
They have to follow all of the SEC's requirements. So that will help. And for the privacy coins, I think it's tough. I think there's eventually going to be some sort of a happy medium between Bitcoin, where everybody can see everything that you do, and Monero, where nobody can see anything that you do. And there's going to be some sort of like selective um, selective shared information,
Hmm.
because, like, for example, let's say 10 years from now these become incredibly mainstream. If I want to get like a Tinder account and I don't want people to know I want a Tinder account, but the only way to pay for it is with Bitcoin, then it's kind of out there for everybody to see. And it so that's where something like Monero would come into play.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, right now it's being used for uh, some less than ideal things on the dark web, but I think there is that happy medium that's bound to happen, where it's selective privacy.
Yeah, and I guess yeah, I see what you're saying, and basically, if the government, if there's a way to make the transaction private from everybody except for, say, a government agency, that might be one way to get around it. I don't know how people feel about that. Obviously, if you want privacy from everybody, but if you're gonna have a coin in a country that has rules, then something's gonna have to give here. So yeah, I don't know. I think I have some Monero in my holdings right now because I think there's potential for a privacy coin, but that issue of true privacy from all government entities, I think, has to be addressed before I can really get on board with it, because I think that's going to be a huge roadblock for them.
Well, it's tough because Monero is one of very few cryptocurrencies with actual use, with people are
Mm.
actually using the currency. So,
Yeah,
yeah, there is a big reason that it's doing so well.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So the other thing that the Bank of America that they mention in this form is that as a threat to their business is actually as competition for things like credit, and that people can use crypto instead of using things like other products that they mentioned. So this is the standard threat that we would expect, that people use cryptocurrencies instead of using other means of transaction mediums. So they mentioned that they don't have very much support at all for crypto, and that if they're going to stay competitive in this area, that they're going to have to put a lot of resources into cryptocurrencies. So this is great news, I think, personally, because my love of free markets and capitalism basically means that unless these companies that exist adapt to the new environment, they're not going to be able to survive. So if Bank of America can put resources towards developing an exchange or developing a way to use cryptocurrencies better, I think that would be fantastic. And yeah, and it's gonna happen eventually. But to see it actually coming from Bank of America, I think is good news.
Well, I think the hardest part for the Bank of America will be teaching front end staff about it.
Mm,
It's not an easy thing to understand
hmm.
without some I really you kind of have to learn about programming and economics, and you have to learn about the different exchanges and the websites, and then the Bank of America will have to build their own crypto probably,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then they'll have to teaching their tellers about it,
Mm-hmm.
who probably don't have uh, uh, great education and might not be even interested in learning anything about this.
Yeah.
Will be a really big challenge for them.
Yeah, those tellers, they basically have no education. They're barely employable.
Well, no, I'm saying if it's a teller getting paid $15 an hour, they're going to have to understand a pretty complicated system, and
Yeah.
it's going to require a significant amount of training on a complicated subject.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it'll take months, if not years, to teach them about it.
Yeah, and they're the second largest bank in the U.S., so there's a ton of people involved, and I think that it's going to be a huge thing for them if they're going to roll out a lot of support. But it's hard to know where they're going to want to input themselves into this area. So they talk about payment systems. So yeah, there's a bunch of different things that they could do. And they're going to have to choose what their expertise is at Bank of America and sort of go with that. But to have it on their radar, I think, is a good thing. And we'll keep an eye out on the future and see what Bank of America has to offer.
Definitely.
So the last thing we're going to talk about is support for Twitch and Nano. Excuse me. So there's rumors going around that Twitch and Nano have partnered. And Rob, what do you think? Is that true?
No, it's definitely not true. It's tough. So what's happened is OneUpCoin, which is basically a third-party payment processor, is allowing Twitch accounts to be paid with Nano now. So the OneUpCoin has been around for a while. They already accept Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum, and now they're accepting Nano. So the entire time, Twitch users who have used OneUpCoin have been able to access these other four currencies, but are now getting access to Nano, which is great for Nano and great for Twitch and the people who are using it, because I think it creates more of a use case for people who have an interest in using it as an actual currency, and rather than just hoping the value goes up and holding it the entire time. But
Yeah.
I think it's a good space to get into, because the people who have set up Twitch accounts and the people who are watching people play video games are already interested in technology, so it gives them more access to crypto, and it'll maybe be more transitional for them.
Yeah, it seems like it's just great to see that kind of adoption in an area where there's probably a lot of crossover between cryptocurrency holders and Twitch players.
Yeah, for sure, because anyone who's setting up an account obviously has an interest in crypto, and giving them more access to a wider variety other than really the same coins that are operating on Coinbase is good for everybody.
Yeah, and it seems like it's not, this website, I'm not sure how long it's been up, but just to see that some third party can come in and connect two separate services between, and those being like Twitch and cryptocurrencies, I think it's great. And hopefully we see more of that as we move forward.
I think you will, and our viewers can look forward to our linked OneUpCoin account, which will probably be coming soon.
Yes, so please donate after you hear all this great advice that we're giving.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so with that, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. Rob and I are going to come here every day, well, almost every day if we can, and try and break down what's going on in the crypto world. Please leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about Bank of America or OneUpCoin. And I've started posting on Steam, so find our post there and like it and upvote it and subscribe. And anything else, Bob?
Don't forget to share Reddit, Facebook, anywhere else that you think people might like it.
Yes, please share it. Tell a friend. Tell a friend who doesn't know anything about crypto to watch us. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Take care.